Now, the other thing I took from that was this guy, Harry. I thought he seemed in despair. I thought he seemed lost. I thought he seemed lonely, very sad, and also I thought he seemed psychiatrically dubious. I thought he needs psychiatric help. The level of his paranoia was astonishing. Paranoid about everything.
About this, but I think that she was trying to deceive. I think she was telling lies.
While his life hangs in a balance and he's reaching out to her, then there is no point. And then shame on her, in my opinion. And she's got to live with that. And if she can do that, well, then she can take that to her grave. That's a choice she has to make.
Mansion gets, they're never going to be happy. She can nail every Spotify deal, WME representation she wants. It's never going to fulfill the hole that's inside of her because there's something wrong with this woman. She dumped her family. Her dad is dying. She won't speak to him. She's ruined another family. It happens to be the royal one. And now they're going to have to sit with the consequences of their own behavior, which is misery.
From scandal to scandal, headline to headline. You know that one person who plays the victim, burns every bridge, then wonders why they're standing alone? Yeah, Meghan Markle. From ghosting her dad to ditching the royals, and now seems like ditching Harry too. Her drama's got more plot twists than a soap opera. And in all this, her own brother is calling her out publicly. Let's get into it.
Police protection when he comes to Britain. My interpretation of that, and I'm not alone, was he gave that interview, he blamed everyone, it's conspiracy theories, it's my dad, it's the government, nothing is my fault. He was like a spoilt brat throwing his toys out of the pram because he didn't get what he wanted.
Meghan Markle targeted Prince Harry. She wanted to be a star. She rejected a couple of other British guys who weren't powerful enough. Then she was rejected by a bunch of them. How embarrassing for Prince Harry to have been the one who fell for it. What a dope. We had Tom Bauer on their show on Friday being like,
well, Thomas Markle Jr. just lit the match, and he's not wrong. Meghan didn't marry Harry for love. She married the brand. She swapped his crown for chaos, rebranded him as her emotional support sidekick, and once the fame faucet slowed, boom, mission complete. Now he's just another casualty in her spotlight spree, and Harry's just standing at the gates of California, dumbfounded and dethroned.
Just thinking to myself, this poor man, and it just continues and continues and continues, and he's going deeper and deeper and deeper, and I do believe Meghan is driving this whole caravan for him. He is so stressed out. You can see it in his face. Despair. He's confused. He doesn't know what to say. He thinks he's going to get in trouble if he doesn't say exactly what Meghan says.
Family. He is the one going to take all the flack, and she stands back. So he has become now her puppet in a way which was not clear, I think, until Saturday.
It's not a marriage. It's Meghan's show. She's the star, the scriptwriter, and Harry? Just the lost sidekick who gave up everything. His crown, his smile, his family, all swapped for California chaos. She didn't just change him, she erased him. Whatever spell she used, and the twist, she still plays the victim. Classic Meghan. The audience isn't buying it, and neither are we.
I think that Meghan is playing this whole her life, scripted, produced, acted by her, all on her dime or whatever. She's playing this fantasy life out in her own mind, where it comes to where, let me get to this in 1 second, but it comes to where she wants to be Diana so bad. It's kind of freaky and kind of scary.
I think, there seems to be an obsession. Let's not forget the Lifetime drama, Escaping the Palace, wherein at the end of the drama, she is depicted dying similarly to how Diana did. Now, if that's not a little bit eerie and that's not a little bit obsessed, please tell me what is, because I think all along...
Harry never healed from Diana's death. He was devastated, vulnerable, searching. Meghan saw that, twisted it, and built her fantasy around it. Samantha said it best. Harry was never the smart one, and now Meghan's playing the "what would Diana do" card. Except it's dirty, delusional, and dragging Harry into disaster. And the scariest part? This delusion might not just cost Harry his crown, it could cost him what's left of his life.
He wrote a book. He totally attacked the monarchy, totally attacked William and Catherine. Meghan is so jealous of Catherine, it's very, very scary. It's actually very creepy. And I don't know where this whole thing is going, but it's not going very well for either of them. And then they get on there and they complain, saying their lives are threatened, they want them dead. Poor me, I lost this. How am I going to pay for my own legal bills? Everything is like, you know, they create all these problems like narcissists do.
It's just a matter of time. We all know that. I predict, I mean, I think we're probably under 7 years for the length of this marriage. That's just my, back of the envelope calculation. Because look, she's miserable. She's been miserable her whole life. I know somebody who knows her very well. And this person says she was miserable before she married him. She's miserable during the marriage, and she's going to be miserable after the marriage. She's ruined everything. She ruined the royal family. She ruined his life over there. He allowed it to happen because he had all this damage from his mother's death. I get it.
Who's really to blame? Meghan, obviously. Though calling it a mastermind plan assumes she has a mind, it's generous, really. Between Harry's confusion and Meghan's confident cosplay, balance left the building ages ago. She had the louder voice, the tighter grip, and boom! Prince turned prop, and Meg ran the whole flop show. And surprise, surprise, her family warned us all before Meghan even picked out her tiara.
You know, the controversy is just endless on this whole entire thing, between the moon bump theory and the surrogacy and everything else like that. I don't know. My father doesn't know. I don't think anybody knows if those children are legitimate or surrogates or what. Nobody really knows.
No.
But for Meghan and Harry to use these kids as pawns, totally just, blindsiding their theories about child safety on social media.
Video rants, a warning. What you're about to watch may stick with you forever. Oh, God.
I'm having trouble. It's deflating. Me gained swamp donkey crotch. I was just showing off my new bump that I bought used on eBay out of Montecito.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. Thomas Markle Jr. deserves an award. Best performance in exposing royal inflatable scandals. He nailed the wobble so well, even Meghan's fake bump embarrassed. And let's be honest, her whole family's been saying it from day one. Where did those kids come from? Amazon, surrogate, storage unit? Still a mystery.
That's like, family is family. Everybody has a right to meet and be involved with their entire family, unless there's some serious screws loose or somebody has something wrong upstairs, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it honestly felt like Thomas Markle Jr. sat there with popcorn in one hand and receipts in the other, ready to unload every dusty secret Meghan's been sweeping under the royal rug. And wait here, it gets juicier. Step by step, layer by layer, this mess just keeps unraveling.
Review every single picture, every place they go. Meghan grabs him. Meghan controls him. Meghan tells him no. Meghan stands in front of him. She controls every single situation like she is the star. And she's turned a Prince Harry, she's turned Prince Harry into a man of non-substance who's just there as a prop in a movie. I mentioned, this is Meghan's fantasy movie playing out in her mind, and Harry's a pawn. Harry's like, Harry, I need you to go on this interview and say exactly this, and don't screw up. This is exactly what I want you to say.
Thomas didn't hold back. He said what's becoming painfully clear. Every move Harry makes seems scripted by Meghan. Interviews, speeches, reactions, even the book. It's all her voice behind his. Which raises a serious question. How did a man born into royalty lose his identity so completely under someone else's influence? It feels like there are more secrets waiting to be uncovered.
A great guy. I mean, he worshipped the ground that she walked on, and she took every advantage of him that she could possibly take. And then, quite simply, when she didn't need him anymore, he was done. You mentioned that because none of us were invited to Trevor's wedding in Jamaica that my father paid for also. Meghan and Harry's wedding in Jamaica.
Meghan wanted me to stop talking to both my older children, both Samantha and Tom, and I can't do that. They're my children. I love all my children.
Now it's all making sense. Meghan's just rerunning the same script. What she did to Trevor, she's doing to Harry. Her dad said it. Jealous and territorial. Now she's dragging Harry's trauma into her twisted rerun, scene by scene, involving everything that can gain her something.
That is.
It's called vanity. She's a legend in her own mind. Okay? She's playing this part out like she's God's gift to the world that everybody's supposed to worship her. She thinks so highly of herself. I think she is her #1 fan.
I couldn't
And
agree
that's
more.
it.
Yeah, you're so right.
I feel right now is that Harry and Meghan have harmed so many people, and so many. They've harmed the entire royal family. They've harmed my family. They've harmed Doria's family. They've harmed the English people. They've gone out of their way to harm people. It makes no sense.
It's pretty clear now, from both Thomas Markle and Thomas Jr., that Meghan isn't good for anyone. She lives in her own fantasy world, where she's the queen and everyone else is disposable. And in her obsession to be worshipped, she's become the villain, hurting people for no reason, just to feel powerful. And in this whole process, Harry lost the spark.
Assault, maybe left it for Harry. Maybe Harry's no use to Meghan anymore. Maybe the divorce rumors are actually true. Maybe there's no money in the settlement for the divorce. Wow, let's make a new Netflix series and story out of Harry's demise. Ooh. First of all, the day that she takes his claws out of Harry's back is the day hell freezes over.
Well, the Queen described Harry as being besotted and weak about women. And she said she didn't think it was love. We think she engineered it all. That she was Meghan.
Let's be real. Harry's just a headline away from becoming Meghan's next tragic plot twist. As Thomas Markle Jr. hinted, maybe the endgame isn't a divorce. Maybe it's a royal widow arc. Think about it. Nothing screams spotlight like tears, a black dress, and a perfectly staged grieving documentary. Lights, camera, sympathy. Who knows? Anything can happen in Megaland.
Like, here you go. Everything you need. You know, hooray for this. I mean, my father's contacts in Hollywood got her where she's at. And she didn't turn her, you know, she just went straight forward, didn't stop to thank anybody. It was all about her.
But they're believing it. And apparently that's why I'm being shunned or ghosted, I think.
What's left to feel for Harry? The man gave her everything. Love, legacy, a royal title, and still got played. Her own dad helped her land Suits, and she ghosted him like he was a bad extra. If that's how she treats the man who built her, Harry never stood a chance.
Their popularity sucks and they're in the gutter. And then you try and go crawling back, you know, and you want to go back and you make this big story up. It's such garbage. Yeah. But I think once the titles get stripped, you know, I think Harry's done.
In the end, it's all hanging by a title. The day King Charles or William finally strips it, the curtain drops. That's when the Meghan and Harry show ends. Either she finishes Harry off emotionally, or she vanishes, leaving him shattered. Either way, it won't be a happy ending. Like if you saw this coming. Share if you think the crown should finally step in. And drop a comment. Do you think Meghan will leave Harry or take him down with her? We're ready for the drama. Are you? And don't forget to subscribe for more such royal saga.